And she's back. After a month of going through something that felt like not just a roller coaster, but emotional wreck, I'm back and I have a story to share. On the October 11th, we had a satsang with my spiritual teacher or spiritual guide, how she likes to call herself, and it was amazing because I received the answer. I received the answer to the question that I was searching for at least 15 years, and I was not happy with the answer. And I had to go through all the kinds of emotional swings to accept it. Satsang is a spiritual gathering, and this is something that I was very consistently attending since I started 2 years ago, since I found my spiritual teacher. But anyways, I had a question about my health, and the last satsang was just kind of like a Q&A kind of gathering, and my questions comparing to other students were really simple because it was about my health. It was about my herniated disc in my lower back. So I've been struggling with this for so many years, and just right now I received the answer. What was the root cause of it? And the funny thing, how sometimes human psyche does not accept things that are there and obvious. And when I heard the answer, I was very upset, and then I fell into denial of my own denial of the I'm jumping ahead. So the answer to my question, why do I have this trauma and why isn't it healed yet? Since I got this trauma when I was I think in 8th grade, and then gradually started progressing, and I had a lot of pain, and I end up having a surgery. And even after the surgery, I did not get the results that I wanted, and that upset me a lot. And that was kind of like the last drop in the ocean of how much longer I'm going to live with this pain. And I started looking something beyond just a physical reason why I have this trauma, because after the surgery I was supposed to be pain-free. My issue was supposed to be fixed, but it was not. 8 months, my doctor gave me 8 months for nerves to heal, but even after 8 months I still felt pain. I still was not my healthy self. So I started digging even deeper into the root cause of this issue, and at that point I knew it's not just a physical problem. And the answer to my question was that I am denying physical reality. This one was really hard to swallow because I always thought that I'm a Taurus. My sun sign is a Taurus. Earth is my element. How much closer to the physical reality can I be? But on the subconscious level, I was denying it, and I'm still kind of trying to navigate on how could that be possible. And yet it's true. It's true because I know that a lot of times I put spirituality above anything else, and that's a mistake number one. Picking something, it's not the ideal, because life is about balance. There's no physical without spiritual. It's all one. It's all same thing. So when we divide those two, when we separate the two, something's gonna start falling apart. And in my case, my body starts falling apart because I'm literally denying my own physical body. I'm denying life as it is, and I feel like spirituality is more important than just living physical life. And that's the reason why it was so hard to swallow. It was really hard to accept it. I fell into 3 days of such a deep depression that I couldn't even do anything. I was paralyzed because that was not what I wanted to hear. First of all, I wanted like a quick fix for my problem, and it was not, because I'm a very lazy person, and back in the days I used to work out every single day, and then something happened to me, and I went from being a gym rat and living in the gym, literally being there 5 days a week, to not working out at all, and it's been years. Ever since I had my first baby, I kind of felt like, oh, it doesn't matter, it's not important anymore. Like, I need to focus on the baby and being a housewife and those things, and that was my mistake too. Focusing on everything else but me led me to letting go of my health this much. And another force that was stopping me from accepting the answer that I got, it was that for a long time I tried to convince myself that I need to work out, that I need to focus on my health, and I need to kind of make a structure for myself and be more not persistent. Persistent is it's part of it, but to be disciplined. I really lack of discipline, and that was another thing that my denial was like, what's the point of this life? So I fell into this really weird hole that I was focusing only on, I need to meditate. Meditations became something like, oh, has to happen no matter what, and if I'm not doing it, this is it, life is pointless. It was a lot of really bad moments that I felt like there's no reason, the life has no meaning. And just finally I started coming back to realizing that it does matter. If I'm still here in this physical body, that means that God, spirit, or absolute still needs to say something through me. There is some purpose that I need to fulfill, that basically not me even, that the God needs to fulfill through me. And if I'm denying it, basically I'm denying the God, and it's a sin. It's considered a sin. Not being grateful for what you have, which is this life to experience. And it was really interesting to see how easy it is to give up, how easy it is to just say, oh, it doesn't matter, this makes no sense, so I'm not gonna fight for it. And then I got scared. I'm gonna say I got scared, and I realized that it's really easy to give up. It's really easy to say whatever and not doing anything and basically existing. And that gave me a big push to live my life to the fullest and be grateful for things that I have, be grateful for life, just for life itself. And it's not about achieving things, it's about living happy every single day, and not just living from one event to another, or like one big thing to another. No, life is right here right now, and this what slipped through out of my hands, basically. Understanding that life is happening right here right now, and not when you lose weight and you look good. No, life is happening right now, and every single moment of it is really precious. And it's been a month since I tried to dig myself out of the hole. And another lesson that I've learned is, when I was in this really depressed state of being, I was paralyzed. I couldn't do anything, and I wasn't even able to hear anything. None of my friends could help me. Nothing. I just needed to be there for the moment. And I feel like that was a big lesson too, that to experience life, the highs and lows of it, is important. And when I felt like, okay, I need to feel gratitude for this very depressive moment that I'm living through, and until I was through it, until I experienced it to the fullest, on 100%, until I tasted it to the very teeny tiny bit of it, I wasn't able to move forward. And that was a lesson for me to let yourself be weak for a moment. Experience that the lowest of vibrations. Experience it to the fullest, and then move on. And until I was done with it, I couldn't move. But once I was through, things are changed, and I was like, oh my gosh, life is beautiful, life is amazing. I felt like there was just a big relief, and I felt like I finally feel like energy is flowing through me. I feel like doing something. And the lesson is that let yourself be for the moment. Don't get yourself caught up in that emotion, because once the emotion becomes kind of like a known thing, kind of like thing that you get used to it. Don't get used to being in this state of depression like that. Just let yourself be there for a moment, sour it, experience it to the fullest, and then let go. That was a big one for me, because usually I get in the habit of feeling low. I get in the habit, and then I feel like it's a part of my identity, and it's not. The problem with this depressions is that I was feeling like it's just me. This is how I feel. This is how my life is. Forgetting that I am the creator of this life. I am the one who chooses to feel this way, and redirecting my thoughts and redirecting how I perceive life was a big kind of like push up to the surface. It's amazing how often we forget that we are in control, and we just let things happen for us and accepting it as this is what it is what it is. No, it's not. We are capable of changing our own emotions, but what I've learned for myself is that feeling low emotion is okay. Getting stuck in it is not okay. But the easiest way to get out of the low vibrations or the depressive state of being is to starting feel grateful for it. Saying something like, this is what I'm experiencing right now, and I'm grateful that I'm able to experience this. I'm grateful for this lesson. And once I started feeling gratitude towards this, the lowest of emotions, and then I kind of got excited about it, because I was like, this is the point of life. Being able to feel it, being able to kind of let that something so tremendous to flow through you and come back with being smarter, being more knowledgeable, knowing how to deal with this now, and being more experienced. So now with ease I can say that yes, you indeed can change your feelings and emotions and your attitude towards it. It's been amazing, and now I feel like everyone needs to know this, everyone needs to understand this, and everyone needs to experience this. And there's not that many people that talk about this. We're getting caught up in the outside world without paying attention to our inner world. And big mistake of mine was also that I started denying the outside world. I closed up myself in the bubble, saying this is not important and what's inside is important. But a lot of people do the reverse thing. A lot of people only pay attention to what's in the outside world without paying any attention what's going on in the inside world. And another series of my videos will be about that, about paying attention to both, finding the balance. The balance is the most important thing, because there's no such a thing as only spiritual life. There's no such a thing as only physical life. It's both. It's all one thing. And if we lose the balance, that's when we start getting sick, or that's when we start getting depressed, because we are lost basically. We're losing some part of us, and our soul is trying to tell us it's time for change. So basically, when your body hurts, it's your soul is trying to tell you that there's something that you're doing wrong, and you need to discover the root cause of that and change it. And when you feel depressed, when you feel like you don't know what to do with your life anymore, you like literally in the fog, that's your soul is trying to get you out of that habitual way of living, so you can change something, so you can look within and know what causes it and correct it, to be happy person, to be whole, because that's how the universe works. We come from small to bigger, from bigger to whole. And when we don't do that, that's when it hits us. And I don't know how for many people, but for me personally, physical pain, it's something that I cannot endure more than being depressed. I can be emotionally depressed, I can suppress those emotions, and I can pretend like I'm okay. I've done that for years. And it's a roller coaster, but still I could function. But when my body hurts, that's the worst for me. So I guess my soul knew how to operate my mind and how to get me to do something and find the balance. It's all about the balance. And so this is all learning. It's all small, tiny steps towards discovering myself. And it's an amazing journey, because once you get to know yourself, you get to know the entire universe. That's what my spiritual teacher says. And I believe that statement, because we all one thing. And when we learn ourselves, we know everything. And we all connected one way or the other. We're all connected in one same field of energy, one same field of this consciousness, and all the answers are up there. All we have to do is just to meditate and get to know how to get to that field of endless answers. It's all up there. It's all in the same field, and everybody can access it. And my goal for myself is to know how to access it by myself without having anyone's help, because I know I'm more than capable of that. And it's exciting. It's really exciting, because I always believe in something, as me being very spiritual, spirit-oriented, and denying physical reality. I always knew that there's something more than just this, I guess I should say, realm. There are other realms. There are other universes, and it's endless process of creation. I just got really curious about all of that. But I cannot do that without having my body healthy, because our body is energy, and everything in the verse is energy. And so when the body has some sort of illness, it's a block. And deblocking it means the energy is flowing properly and all the channels working properly. So getting the information is not possible if something in the body hurts, because that means destructive energy, or it means the block of the energy. So this is my mission for, I don't know, maybe the next year. Just learning how to heal my body and tapping into something that we cannot see with our physical eyes. I actually went through a psychic training, but I did nothing just because I was denying everything, I guess. I thought that this is something that was supposed to be built in me, and I believe that every person can be a psychic, and not can be. We all have those abilities. It's just a matter of opening our minds and hearts to it. That's probably it. If you don't believe in that, you're blocking yourself from actually being able to even start working on it. If you know such author as Joe Dispenza, he's talking about this a lot, and he's talking about this pineal gland is part of our brain that's basically a third eye, and it's been scientifically proven we are creating our own reality with the help of pineal gland. And if science says it, I believed it, because I believe in science, and science develops, and I'm getting really excited to find out one day that there is cure for everything, and it's all up here, and it's all up here, and I truly believe in that. And I really want to do something really amazing for the world, and that's why I have to work on myself extra hard. And in the next video I'll be talking about some other discoveries that I had previously, but this was probably the most important to share so far. So this is it for now. I hope you enjoyed listening to my rambling. And next video is going to be about forgiveness and what I learned about it, and why is it so important to forgive. So have an awesome day. Believe in yourself. And if you feel low today, just know that give yourself a little bit of time to live through this emotion, and then you'll be done with it, and then the next day will bring something more amazing and new discoveries. The most important thing to remember, always to be grateful for everything that's happening to us, because life is beautiful and life is God.